Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. We want to take a look at the daily time frame for BTC. First, this week has so far been a rather quiet week, I would say. Where do we come from? We talked in the last few weeks about the price, potentially rallying into this resistance area. Not only potentially, but it was quite a strong opinion, and there were quite a few indicators that pointed towards that area. This resistance area between 115,425 and 120.4k, right? So price reached that area, and then from there, obviously we expected some kind of a reaction, right? I mean, even a small corrective pullback would have been a reaction, and the nature of that reaction, we said, we looked at it every day together, right? The nature of that reaction would tell us which account survives. Is it the orange scenario that can send us into the lower support area in a C wave, where the next decision point will be, right? So basically we're moving from support to resistance, from resistance to support, from decision point to decision point, from pivot to pivot. Because if we then move here, the next decision will be, okay, is it a third wave, the next one, to the upside in the blue scenario, where wave 2 bottoms, or is this just an A wave low and we're getting a B wave rally? But again, these are always moving together, but the structure of that rally, for example, and the structure of this decline tells us which of these scenarios is it. So again, that will be the next decision point. We said, okay, could it be the C wave down, or is it some kind of a pullback in this wave 5 to the upside? And could we form a 5 wave move up? And those are the two scenarios, and one of them is leading, right, depending on what's happening on the microstructure, which we're going to take a look at. I can tell you at the moment they're still both valid. So the rejection has not invalidated the white scenario, but the rejection certainly has made the orange count a little more likely. But as I said to you, I need to see a 5 wave move. If down, right, a 5 wave move down, that is exactly what we then pay close attention to on the micro level. So for example, if we now see a 5 wave move down, then it is possibly the start of the C wave, and the C wave should move in 5 waves, and it would be wave 1 in 5 waves, wave 2. So you see, waiting for that signal, and normally there should be at least it would be normal, there should be a corrective bounce. Not that there will be, but there should be. Then a third wave down, 4, 5. So that's how we build that structure to the downside. And once we have what would be the wave 1 completed, the wave 2 should come from that further. And then we have a 1-2 setup to the downside. And is this guarantee? No, and nothing is for sure. And there's no guarantee in this market. No guarantees, nothing for certain. But if the market can only give us a 3 wave move down, that is potentially a bullish signal, right? So again, we had here a reaction, and now you could say there's a small mini decision point here, where we can either get 5 waves down, or if the price now recovers, and this would be the point to do it. This would be the point to do it. We have a rejection, right, from resistance into support, and the reaction here, can now tell us whether it's more like the white count or the orange count. Why? Because we have a clear, full 3 wave move down into the next micro support area. This is not, of course, now on the 1 hour charts or smaller time frame, right? And any upside reaction from here should take the price eventually above $114,000, so above our resistance area. If this is the white scenario, we have a reaction exactly at the golden ratio level. So again, the price continues to respect Fibonacci levels in the current range. This is not yet a 5 wave move down, best I can tell. So the bulls still have a chance. So that's also for everybody who's a bit concerned about some of these 1-2 setups that we are or have been tracking, right, on the smaller time frames across different altcoin charts, like for example, Pengu or so, Bonk, they could still play out, specifically also if Bitcoin, let's say, survives here and holds this pattern. Of course, I would argue as well that it becomes more likely that they might break if Bitcoin let's say if Bitcoin breaks below support, and if we get 5 waves down, But anyway, this is the point from where the bulls could derive the price higher, where we can see that recovery and reaction, right? And in the orange scenario, a 5-wave decline would confirm more the C wave down, of course, because this wave 2 in the white scenario can't be a 5-wave move. So that's how we can distinguish between them. It's currently a resistance area that we're dealing with, and I think there's a good likelihood for it to go higher because, it's not invalidated. It's only that we can't clearly lean towards it with only a 3-wave move up, right? And that's the warning, right? And that has been the warning. With only 3 waves up, we said this can easily just be a B wave, which is why this orange count has survived. And now, obviously, we want to see 5 waves down. So as long as we're only moving like in corrective patterns, we have to rely more on the levels. And then on really the direction, because the market at the moment doesn't really give us directional clarity. But we can still use the levels, like for example support and resistance here. And any break above 114k would likely shift us to that green line, or shift the focus to that green line there, which is around... what is it? Which is around 116,230. So yeah, that's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And